Okay, so for today's talk, we'll talk about arthritis. And typically, rheumatoid arthritis is now a fairly common disease in India. It's known to be autoimmune, and primarily it majorly affects the joints. Typically, it's very well known to cause small joints affection, later on large joints. Somewhere, the modern medicine doesn't have long-term treatment in this. The only thing that they give is immunosuppressants and steroids. Homeopathy is one of the sciences which has a long-term treatment in rheumatoid arthritis, because what we do is we try to understand the person, we try to go into the depth of a person's experience, because somewhere rheumatoid arthritis is related to state of mind and stress. The immune system goes haywire in it, and that's why the homeopathic remedy kind of corrects the immune system. Recently I had a case of arthritis, and she was having arthritis for a very long time. And when I took her case, she told me that her arthritis started when there was a lot of stress in the family and she felt very insulted. And that insult she kept in her mind for a very long time. And that's how it all started. The remedy I gave her was a very simple remedy, one of the homeopathic remedy known as staphysagria. And within I think 4 months, her arthritis, her ESR, her anti-CCP, all her factors started getting better, and she did very well. So in homeopathy, we try to go to the root, we try to go to how it started, try to understand the patterns. But there are some remedies which are well known in rheumatoid arthritis, and there are some remedies which are not so well known but can be used more often. So, although individualization is the most important thing in cases, still one should know some important satellite remedies, and I use them very often. So, I'm going to very briefly tell you some very important remedies. The number one remedy I want to talk to you today about is the remedy Taxus baccata. This is a very important remedy. It belongs to Thuja family, conifer family. And the main symptom of taxus, which I've used, is rumbling when fasting. So they cannot tolerate hunger, and when there is hunger when they are fasting, there's a lot of noise from the abdomen. This is typically the main symptom, and with that, when you get arthritis, taxus is the remedy. The next remedy I want to talk to you about is rhododendron. Now, again, this is still a known remedy, but the keynote is the rheumatism is in hot weather. So typically, rheumatoid arthritis is more in cold, but this patient will have arthritis starting in hot weather. That's the keynote. And they cannot tolerate rough weather, rainy weather, thunderstorm. Smaller joints would be affected, like actia spicata. Next, very important remedy. I'm going to tell you just very important few points. Streptococcinum. This is a remedy I use a lot. With history of recurrent throat infections, with history of lot of infections later on developing arthritis, streptococcinum at a higher potency is the remedy you should know. Another remedy, Formica rufa, that's a remedy made from ants actually. This is a remedy used for acute rheumatoid arthritis, and the main symptom is a lot of rubbing the joints ameliorates. That's the key one. One concomitant you should know, polyps. Radium bromide, I like to call radium bromide as a intensified rust ox. With rust ox symptom, but more intensified, better by motion, better by warm, better by continued motion. Next remedy, thyroidinum. So this is basically a remedy which is a mixture of calcarea-like state, allergic constitution. You should think about thyroidinum with history of thyroid as well. Causticum. The main keynote of causticum I see is deformities. Deformity is the keynote, kind of contractions. But there's a history of a lot of cares, affections, very sympathetic. These are well-known remedies, so I'm not going so much in depth. The remedies which I want to talk to you about, one of the remedies, Stillinga. It's for worst cases of rheumatism, chronic rheumatism. It's almost like a syphilitic form of rheumatism where it's aggravated at night, the person becomes depressed. Worst form of rheumatoid, remember, stilling. Another remedy, Stellaria media. This is also a remedy that I use a lot. But the keynote of Stellaria is shifting rheumatism, wandering rheumatism, like pulsatile and kalisulf. And another remedy that I'll talk to you today about is Viola odorata. It's more for smaller joints and especially for wrist. This remedy I learned from Sarkar sir in Kolkata that he uses a lot is Apocyinum androsophomium. This is not Apocyinum cannabinum, this is Apocyinum androsophomium. He almost uses for almost many cases of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. The keynote he finds is shifting rheumatism, and another symptom is a lot of heat in the feet. A remedy, carbolic acid, is well known in boric for rheumatism actually. Intensified acute smell is the keynote, carbolic acid. Lactic acid, when you see diabetes with rheumatism, think about lactic acid. Next remedy, mimosa. Mimosa is a very important remedy for osteoarthritis. OA of the knee stiffness, think about mimosa. And in worst cases where nothing is helping, one of the remedies you have to give high potency tuberculinum. With indication, don't give just for blockbusters, but just try to give the remedy when indication. This is one of the remedies. Especially tuberculinum, you can often use in subacute stages also. So this is the idea, some smaller remedies I wanted to talk to you about that. I hopefully you got some idea about it. So you can write to me. You have to find a good homeopath if you're a patient who can help you with arthritis, and if you're a student, you should be studying more repertory and materia medica to know all these remedies.